My job takes me to a lot of places. It's got its downsides. I sleep alone. I eat alone. But it's tough when you live out of a suitcase. I go where I'm told. Do what I'm told. I shouldn't complain. The work is steady. The money's good.
Don't stop, no stop for nothing, not even for piss.
This is Film Sack. Oh, sure.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Film Sack. This is Film Sack for, I'm not telling you dates. It's episode 709. All right? Episode 709. We are mining the very depths of film entertainment for all mankind here on Film Sack. I'm Scott Johnson, and joined today by Brian. He always plans his hits, so he is on a really loud motorcycle while a load of traffic is looking at him. Dunaway.
Yeah! Vroom, vroom, Dunaway. Oh, hi.
Hi.
This week on Film Sack, we get dangerous, like close-up forearm slap fighting with a knife-wielding Nic Cage in a kitchen in Bangkok Dangerous. Like dyeing your hair with a hair dye you picked up from a local Bangkok Walgreens, suggested by the cute deaf-mute pharmacist you have a crush on. Dangerous. Like streaming this 2008 action thriller remake from the Pang Brothers, now Go-Go Club dancing over on Amazon Prime with ads. Dangerous? I have questions, but rule number one is don't ask them. So, anywho, rule number two on how to maintain that contract killer ghost life is take on local superstitions like flaccid elephant trunk bad, erect elephant trunk good. Rule number three, human shields are okay as long as you bring your own from home. And finally, rule number four, know when to get out, which hopefully is well before the 2 heads, 1 bullet solution. Randy, my erect elephant has failed me. Probably the heroin. Yeah, probably the heroin.
Probably the heroin.
Yeah.
By the way, heroin is really funny to hear people saying Thai, like speaking it in the local language. I recorded some of it. It is the weirdest pronunciation. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. How about we now introduce Randy? He always falls in love with the counter girl at CVS when he's trying to get stuff for his cut, Jordan.
Aloha, Scott. Brian, thank you for coming to the station on such short notice. Here's the deal. There's a hitman loose in Bangkok. Real quiet type. Name's Joe. No surname, no tax ID, no social media, just Joe. Like Cher, but with more bullets and significantly worse hair. Now, I know what you're thinking. How dangerous can a guy named Joe be? Answer, very. In fact, I'd call him Bangkok Dangerous. Anyway, I don't care if he walks like a sleepy mannequin and looks like he cuts his own hair blindfolded. This guy is a professional, so we need to be sharp. So, you're going to follow my 4 rules of catching Joe. Number 1, do not be fooled by the wig. I know it looks like it was stolen from a scarecrow during a windstorm, but that mop is weirdly effective. Eyewitnesses have described him as maybe American and definitely wearing a helmet made of hair. Number 2, watch for sidekicks. He's got a local kid helping him, some pickpocket who's now apparently a murder intern. Number 3, don't expect him to talk. Joe doesn't do chit-chat. He doesn't negotiate. According to his mother, his first word was spoken by blinking. Number 4, stake out the pharmacies. No assassin this grumpy operates without a regular supply of ibuprofen. And in Bangkok, as you know, the pharmacies are staffed by drop-dead gorgeous sexy women. And they're Joe's type. Completely silent in bed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of terrible. I love it, though. All right. Nicely done. And finally, we have Brian. His elephant trunk always points down a bit.
Ever since I got it.
Mm-hmm.
There was really only one song I could do this time around, and it was written by half of ABBA and sung by the brother, the Ba, right? Actually, Baba.
Oh, okay.
Neither of the A's were involved in this. Just the B and the B.
The Dubbies.
the double B's, and sung by the brother of the guy who played Giles on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, my Lord. All right.
There you go. Go ahead and play the song. Oh, by the way, sorry, it's 3 minutes long.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa,
It's
welcome to the show.
Here you go,
Yeah,
everybody.
I know.
Mark your clocks. Synchronize your watches. Here we go. Oh, my Lord.
Deep cut with the alternative ending.
Yeah.
I had
Nicely
to watch
done.
that myself.
Nice.
Oh, did you watch it? Very good.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that song
good.
since so long. Kind of
Yeah.
got me in the mood for it.
Have any of you ever seen the musical Chess?
Chess? What's a
Yes,
musical?
That's what this comes from. This
Oh,
is
okay.
a musical about a long chess tournament over several days, but
Right.
the budding romance between the top chess player and the fight he has against the other chess
I
player.
didn't know
written
that.
by Tim Rice and Bjorn Ulvaeus and Benny Anderson
from ABBA.
So is that the one night in Bangkok is a
It's one of the songs from
Part
it
of
was
it,
the,
yeah.
the hit single from Chess.
but it's not referring to the game, the big chess
Yes,
game. It is.
Oh,
Yes,
it
it
absolutely is. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wild. Okay. I had no idea. I just thought it was
all
like
the lyrics of the
neither.
original are interspersed with one town's any like another when your head's down over your pieces, brother.
oh shit.
I don't see you guys rating the kind of mate I'm contemplating.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
gosh. I can't believe it took this long. I'd never heard any of this.
Yeah.
No idea.
and it's-
Dunaway, you didn't know any of this, right?
No,
I had
no idea. No idea. Clueless, just like you. Walking around with no knowledge.
I just thought it was nonsense lyrics. I really didn't know.
I did too.
Nope.
All right. Learn something. Bangkok, though. People love doing crimey shit there and movies there, It's,
What
Interesting
what a-
location.
Yeah, what a photogenic
Dense.
location.
yeah. It was really cool. It might be the star of the thing.
Definitely.
You kind of like, the
So
vibe of the place.
Not Nicolas Cage's hairpiece?
No.
No.
Well, that wig is horrendous. Although I hear it went for a pretty penny on some auction somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Somebody's walking around right now.
Somebody who has an
cosplaying.
apartment where they're not actually allowed to have a live pet.
Yeah, something like
yeah.
that. It's obviously everyone makes fun of that wig, and I'd never seen this, so I didn't know what the big whoop was. But it's pretty bad.
It's pretty hilarious. Let's face it. It's hilarious.
It's pretty weird.
it is.
It's also weird that these directors, Danny Pang and Oxide Chung Pang,
the Pang brothers.
I love the name Oxide. Anyway,
Oxide.
they made this movie twice, and it's their movie both times. They
their
just-
premiere movie, their first movie. Yep. And then this one. Yep.
Anyone see the OG?
Good luck. Good freaking
Oh, is it
luck.
not streaming anywhere?
It's not streaming anywhere. It's not archived anywhere. I dug
Really?
as
Wow.
deep as I could. The best I could find was some trailers. So, it was their initial movie released probably only in very specific regions, and they probably were like, no, we don't want to show that anywhere. We're good. We're good.
But it definitely rose to the attention of Western filmmakers, and Nic Cage specifically wanted to pay to remake it himself.
Yeah,
And
he got a
did.
copy, and he's like, I want to do that.
He pocketed or not pocketed. He bankrolled the this
Yeah,
production.
he Bangkok rolled it.
I
Yep.
think so.
Bankroll Dangerous.
And he also, it's his production company, Saber. Is it Saber Entertainment? Whatever it is. His little weird thing he does. Yeah, and he was real busy at the time doing other bad movies, so he had to kind of like, he had to really work hard to make it work, but he was committed, sounded like, from everything I read. And I don't think he gives the worst performance of his career in this.
No. Oh gosh.
I don't-
No, but
I
that's
don't think this-
That's a low bar when you think of the range that Nicolas Cage is at.
Yeah, even if we just take something like Wicker Man or
The
something.
Wicker Man or that the Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff from a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Some people love that thing.
I think that 9% Rotten Tomatoes scores a little wrong. In my
It is, and we've been talking about this a lot the last few years. This is a case where below a certain score, there's always going to be somebody who really likes the movie, and
Right.
you just can't justify single digits. It's just too low.
That
That's
seems
low.
it's. I think I agree, but I know it's 9 is really low.
So
Nine's
damn
really
bored
low.
during this whole movie.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah,
interesting.
Like it was,
Yeah.
I cared more about everybody besides Joe. I cared about Kong. I cared about
Yes.
Well,
Fawn.
we're supposed to, right?
Which was
We're not
supposed to, but I
yeah.
really didn't care. Like I was like, oh, could somebody shoot him? Could somebody shoot Joe?
Just take Joe out instead of
Make
waiting
this
for
a
him
half
to
an
get
hour
out.
movie
Could it be
instead of
Kong?
Yeah.
Right? Could it,
anybody?
Well,
Kong,
you know what?
Kong is very good. I liked him a lot. He's maybe my all-star. Oh shit, we got to play. You know what? I got to fake Fletcher.
Fake Fletcher.
Let's let Fake Fletcher, which is a bunch of you guys
Flake
out there,
Fletcher.
Flake Fletcher, explain this damn thing and do it in a 19-second clip. Here you go.
This week on Film Sack.
A hitman who's in Bangkok
to pull off a series of jabs violates his personal code.
Violates his personal code when he falls for a local woman.
And bonds with his errand boy.
The movie is called Bangkok Dangerous.
And it was from that time Nic Cage had a lot of bills to pay.
That's right. He sure did. 2008 was like, I think right around the time he was trying to pay that colossal debt off we all heard about all the time.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I think there's a lot of this stuff going on. But
his money was gone in 60 seconds.
2008, baby. Anyway, so back to where we were. Nic Cage, Charlie Young, and Scarrett Yamnarm.
Good job.
The Kong guy, he's great. He deserves his own movie. He was fine.
Yeah.
No issues. I didn't complain about him at all. He was like a good time, you know?
He was just fine.
Yeah.
And I felt like a lot of that has to do with the Pang's choices in their cinematography. Like all of these other characters are shot so beautifully. They're all given all of this very special treatment visually. And so is Nic Cage, but with Nic Cage, you don't care. You've seen him a lot in his career, right? And it's like it's just hard to make him look different or interesting. But everything else, so interesting.
And the decision to make him so damn broody and not really much humanity outside the date with the girl and a couple of smiles out of the guy. It felt discordant and odd.
I don't know if the main character. So the main character is the one who's deaf and nonverbal.
Right. In the original, he was. Yeah.
And I don't know if he was also broody like this level broody.
I've seen clips, and I'm assuming that he was just quiet and reserved, kind of like Nicolas Cage is, but I don't know about the brood part, right?
Yeah.
That was the whole, How do you bring that around?
Which is kind of interesting, by the way. And I'm not sure Nic Cage, obviously they made this change because you got Nic Cage in your lead, but had it been...
Can't have not talk.
Yeah, there's something about a silent protagonist I really like.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's complicated. It's like what he doesn't
say. Or even one that just speaks very little, right? Like Jaws, for as silly as the character of Jaws in the James Bond movies, well, I guess in the Jaws the shark also doesn't speak much. But but there's something that's kind of intimidating and foreboding about a character that doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Right.
I would have liked that, I think. But
I think so too. And it would be a bold choice to say, hey, we've got Nicolas Cage, but he's not gonna speak in this film. People be like, oh, that's crazy. Wow.
I've been imagining a cut of this movie that was a silent film, just to say no dialogue spoken.
Okay.
Right.
Where you still have subtitles and you have to pay attention to just like the faces and gestures and so forth. And I started thinking that in the scene where really Joe should kill Kong when he realizes that Kong is liable to betray him, and so he draws a knife on Kong, and then looking in his eyes decides it's actually really effective scene.
Yeah, it's good.
And if it was just completely silent, the whole scene, I actually think it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do too. I think most of Joe's reactions are better silent, because when he is being quiet and he's sort of like just setting his gun up or he's got his timer going, I'm like, all right, this is hitman shit. I like this. This is cool. You don't have to say anything. And then he'll go, let's get out of here. It's time to go. It's like,
I've got rules, and I sure talk a lot for an assassin.
And it just kind of takes you out of it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't get paid.
It's funny to say that because I don't think this is his worst performance. I'm just not sure he's the right guy for it. That's all. Like I could have seen. I know it's easy to compare this, or to get wickified, but have Keanu Reeves barely say anything. He could have played this role.
Or Wicker Manified. I mean, we've seen 2 or 3 worse movies by Nic Cage, in my opinion. I feel like Wicker Man is worse. I feel like but what's the one that we saw that was so terrible? I forgot. The Season of the Witch. Yeah. Season of the Witch was terrible.
Sure.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Is that the Dolores with that one?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's the vampire. Kiss of the Vampire,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
Kiss of the Vampire.
Oh,
That's right.
yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
I really disliked Willy's Wonderland and like wondered
too.
why
I hated
it even exists. This film, I spent the whole movie giving it credit where I thought it was due.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there are moments. I actually think the soundtrack's all right. It's a little repetitive. Like they paid for the catch or the catchy bit, and then they just
Hook,
repeated
yes.
it. The hook, yeah, they just played the hook over and over. But it fit the thing. I thought that was all right. I thought some of the filming was nice, although some of it looked like somebody had a nice digital camera and they were like, "Hey, let's make a movie in college." There's a little bit of that quality.
It's aging. It's aging badly. Where it was made 5 minutes before Hyperlapse came out.
Yeah.
And like, so there were these moving scenes where I think it's a cameraman on rollerblades. I think I'm not certain, but nowadays you can just run a camera. You can just jostle it all you want, and the software fixes it.
Yeah, you got full. What's that called? There's a word for that. Stabilization.
The Steadicam thing.
Steadicam. Yeah, I like
Now,
that.
we're getting into the weeds of what makes good films.
That's what we do here.
In general, that's right. That's what we do here. That's absolutely right.
We hang out in the weeds. That's where we go.
I do want to point out for those
we
who are big into action thriller films, I just want to stand up for you a minute and say that the kills are exquisite. The setups for him, chasing down people, being relentless. They're very short. They're very short, and when they happen though, they're freaking amazing.
The one where he shoots slow motion through the boat, that was badass.
That
was
great. Exactly.
Bangkok badass.
But him having to chase that guy down on the motorcycle and then get him in full exposure in the crosswalk at an intersection, I feel like, wow, he, instead of positioning himself on a building where he could just sniper the guy like he did in Prague, this feels like a very easy way to get caught and trapped.
Yeah, it also made me wonder, if I go to Bangkok, Thailand, is everybody going to just ignore the violence in front of them? Like,
yes,
exactly.
I think
Is this light ever going to change? Oh, darn it, guy getting shot. I picked the wrong lane.
I think this is true. I think he knows his environment as the assassin. I think this comes from the Pang brothers. I think this is, if I haven't seen the original, but I feel like they kind of understand how someone can get away with such violence in public and still be able to disappear. It's a very dense population where they're portraying this film.
Well, for sure.
And so
Bangkok known for that too. But
yeah. So I feel like all that rings really true. And if you're like an action thriller kind of person, I think those scenes are really going to stand out.
I think some of that stuff. I think you're right. Like some of the kills are pretty great, but it's just the stuff in between. I don't know, man. It just melodramatic to a fault.
It's bad.
His narration's pretty bad, where it's just like, it's dark in the city, and I'm a like he's trying to be all noir about it. I don't know if that's late.
While he's saying all of that, you're seeing the Airbnb that he rented. That's really nice.
Yeah. He's not Spider-Man noir yet. He should just take a pill. Take a pill, baby.
Also, how you train a guy to fight and defend himself by just acting like you're attacking him.
Just exactly like putting a knife to his throat.
I hated Bangkok Kid subplot that was going on here, where he's training him
alternate
wax on.
Mr. Miyagi situation.
Yeah,
If
I
Miyagi
didn't
started
care for
just
that.
beating the crap out of Daniel-san until Daniel learned how to defend himself.
Absolutely wasting some watermelons. You could have picked something else to shoot
I
at.
know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good watermelon in that humid climate. Hell yeah. Don't blow those
But
up.
I mean, you got to train for that, because you might have to shoot a couple of melons with one bullet. So I mean, you got to be ready.
You never know when a bullet, and then he wasn't trained. And then he got into a warehouse full of water refills for your freaking water cooler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, those aren't watermelons at all. This is bad training. What are you doing in there?
But it's cool to have those kind of like squirting out, basically peeing on the bad guys as they're laying on the ground.
Oh, they'd be fun to shoot.
Apparently is right
a good
from
shot.
the original too. The original
yeah.
had a final shootout in a.
And that was a good setup. I mean, if you're wanting to have a cool shootout with your, with your
Deep rock
assassin,
storage facility.
Yeah, it's gonna look really cool, right? You're running around all those. However, I will say this: Nicolas Cage is getting, even at this point, he was getting up on an age, and you didn't want to have any mid or long shots of him doing any action stuff.
Which is why the kills are typically something else.
He's
seeing
covered
something
up
else than the kills. Like the first kill where he's out in the street on a motorcycle, and he's he's shooting a Mac 11. There's a close up of the Mac 11, and it's like it's a really cool looking gun. It's a terrible gun in real life, but it's a really cool looking gun to see firing. And like there's another kill where he kills a guy in a swimming pool, right? And like you're not
intense.
You're not really seeing Nicolas Cage ever.
No, you see the guy mainly. Yeah.
Which is cool because it actually works here for me because you're presented. Nicolas Cage is like a Batman, where it's like he's got two personalities. One where he's caring, he's teaching, he's a mentor, he's a lover, and then when you see what he's good at, he does change visually. It's just like it's way cool.
When his girlfriend sees what he's good at, my gosh, that's another really effective scene, and it's done in a very strange way, and I appreciate it.
I liked it too, but I was a little annoyed that I don't know if it was the way it was shot or I was supposed to feel this way at first or whatever. Maybe you guys can tell me how you felt. But when she obviously can't hear, she's completely deaf, so she's walking forward toward the camera and smiling in slow motion while he's getting attacked, and my brain went, "Oh, she's a turncoat. She turned him in. She's smiling because she because she convinced him or whatever." And I knew that wasn't true, partly because there's just too much other stuff that happened before that wouldn't lead to that.
Like wouldn't set up the character correctly.
Yeah, but I was annoyed for a hot second, and I went, "Well, I guess that's how you do it because she can't hear any of this." So.
That's a valid point. Anytime I always blame the director or whoever misstepped. I always blame them if there's any confusion with a viewer.
And maybe I'm saying I may have been the only one, but it threw me and I went, "Oh, does everyone in every movie have to be a turncoat? Can we not do that?" So I got all mad for a second and then I went, "Oh no, she doesn't even know there's blood on her back right now."
Yeah. We apparently watched too much Oceans. It ruined you.
All this backstabbing stuff you see in that. I mean, that movie was done for a lot of comedic results, but I get tired of it because it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's just this person I'm supposed to get to know and like, oh, they're bad, are they? But in this case, it didn't even happen, so I'm mad at nothing.
Yeah.
And that annoyed me. I shouldn't feel that way in the middle of a movie. So,
Well, I mean, it's okay to be mad at the movie for presenting a woman as being so simple for a Westerner to like go find at her place of work and just like attract her. Like it was, that was very oversimplified. That I don't know. There was a lot of things about her as a character that were
and no visiting her mother and having dinner with her is going to fix that.
It was very cute.
It was a meet cute, I suppose.
It was not in the original story, so it was kind of rewritten to kind of fit so that she was the deaf mute, so that relationship could continue like in the original where he's the deaf mute. Instead she is, which doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Because there's not really a lot of conflict there against what she does for a living, whereas the other one kind of is.
You think the Pangs were just like, we gotta have a deaf mute?
Yeah, I think the Pangs really, almost everything I want to compliment this movie for is because of what the Pang brothers did. I mean, I feel like they despite
they sure need a win though. Their directing list is nothing's reviewed well. It's all like in the toilet. Like I don't know what that means. It just their style doesn't quite hit with critics or audiences.
Western.
Maybe Western audiences. But even their stuff that is Taiwan only, just bad reviews. Like they've got a movie. They've even got a movie called let's see, Death Stranding, which has nothing to do with the movie Death Stranding. So
or the video game.
Yeah, which I thought was weird.
Wow, that's an interesting name to pull out of.
To pull out of
thin air to not have it be related to the video game.
And it's a lot older too, so it makes me look at Hideo Kojima and go, "Hey, where'd you get your idea?
Where'd you get that from, buddy?
Did you take that from the Thai people?"
Oh, they had a movie called Bangkok Haunted. Now I want to see that. Is that a sequel?
Sequel or
I don't know, right? Oh.
Yeah,
I'd watch that. Hell yeah, Haunted Bangkok.
Yeah.
One night in Bangkok, we got scared because it was scary.
Maybe can revisit the song.
All right, hold on. Let me see what I can write up. 3 minutes apparently not long enough for you people.
But to your point about the girls, so this movie ends up doing this weird combo of hitman movie meets train a sidekick movie meets weird romance movie. And I think it might have been just one of those tiers too many. I think if it had just been hitman meets sidekick, trains him, somehow finds his humanity in this kid, I think would have been enough.
Simplify it a little bit. It was. I was glad to see though that they didn't go with the, she changes her mind at the very end and realizes that he's just protecting her and that he's got a heart of gold underneath that cold exterior and she goes.
But the
back
alternative,
to him.
how was the alternate ending there?
So the alternate
Is that-
ending, basically, he's sitting there with the gun pointed at his head, holding it against the crime boss's head as well, right? So same kind of thing. Then he sees Kong pull up in a car and say, "Come on, hurry!"
Meep, meep.
And he says, "Okay," and he shoots crime boss.
Well, that's a better solution. I like that one.
Yeah, he shoots crime boss, runs over to Kong's car, gets shot pretty bad in the arm on the way over there. Kong drives him away and gets him to a neighborhood where the people are all coming out and seeing this guy and then Kong says, "This guy just killed the Satua, the crime boss." And then the guy goes, "Oh, that means crime will now be leaving the streets of Bangkok. We like this guy now." And so they all gather around and basically hug and welcome
Which
Joe.
kind of fits in with the concept of him trying to take that turn,
redeem,
right? He's going to be a good guy.
Yeah,
right.
it's a little too wrapped up,
It's
man.
a little too neatly tied up in a bow. And then
there's a Hollywood ending on top of that.
Exactly, right. So so it's him and Kong hanging out on the shore. Basically, Joe is about to take off and leave, and he gives Kong a piece of paper. And Kong looks and says, "What's this? Just a bunch of numbers." And he says, "That's that's a Swiss bank account. Consider it your bonus." My Nicolas Cage obviously is based on Andy Samberg.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's a perfect Andy Samberg as Nicolas Cage impersonation. And then he kind of goes off into the sunset and, exactly Hollywood ending.
And then he goes back to the Bangkok Walgreens, gets the deaf girl, and they live happily ever after.
And they spend the rest of their life reading one of those stupid long receipts.
I mean, do you think this makes her the kitten in the sink though? Because we really didn't get much resolution. She just got mad.
You would think with the double neat little bow that the alternate ending puts on it, you'd think there'd be yet a third one where he goes back to Walgreens and says, "I'll take this ibuprofen and all the money you got in the cash register."
Wearing a sock on his
and
head.
this baby bunny. Yeah.
That'd be amazing. So, what was I going to say about that? I was going to say, I was going to ask how you saw these alternates, so people at home can.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So seek that out, people.
There's also a great making of. Let me find the name here because it is clearly like a translation. Let me look in history here. It's not, the making of Bangkok Dangerous. It is called Bangkok Dangerous.
Unraveled.
No, execution of the film.
Execution of the film. That's great.
A little bit of a translation there that.
Right. That's great.
But it's, it's Nicolas Cage sitting there with his wig saying, "Yeah, I really found a lot of depth in Joe and a lot of, a lot of excitement, playing this kind of character." And
basically it paid for that Superman comic that guy stole out of my house. So
that's really cool getting to see a floating market because a floating market's really cool.
I wrote down in my notes, I'm like, damn, I want to go to a floating market.
That
looks so cool, just chilling out, floating on a boat. I don't understand why they have power boats in there, but whatever. I'm not judging.
Well, they might, the boats might have been a little overstated, and like the motors might have been a little overstated, right? Like they have to be able to get all their wares from wherever their farm is to. It's called Domnoen's Sarawak Floating Market.
Yeah.
So like they have to have a motor on the boat, but
The only thing I would hate about those kind of markets is the aggressive salespeople, like that one lady. "You buy fruit? Back off, lady! I'm trying to murder somebody." Or what? She was selling hats, wasn't she? She was trying to sell hats,
right? But it does give us like the tropey thing. It's the same thing when you have a car chase. They have to go through a fruit vendor cart and they have to go through two guys carrying a giant pane of glass or something.
Yeah.
We do get the 4 boats that are carrying fruit. They get nearly knocked over or knocked over in the floating market.
Yeah, it may as well have just been a street in other Nicolas Cage movies,
Right. I'm surprised there wasn't a glass vendor on a boat carrying a big sheet of glass or something.
Oh no, run.
Where does this Randy, where's this put him in the Nicolas Cage leaderboards.
Stats.
Yeah.
Oh, this is our 14th film.
Oh, is that all?
I just want to say one thing about that floating market. We're going to see it again when we finally get to The Man with the Golden Gun. It's in that
cool.
Roger Moore film. Right. So 14 movies for Nic Cage. You don't need to hear about all of them. There was one other.
Don't I?
One other. There was one actor that we've sacked before in this. Fawn was played by Charlie Young.
Right.
And we also saw Charlie Young in High Risk.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Fawn is the.
I don't know who that is. I mean, I don't know what High Risk is. Did we watch?
High Risk.
Fawn is the second.
We watched something called High Risk.
Yes, we absolutely did. It was a Jet Li film.
Yes.
No memory of this.
Jet Li has to go to Hong Kong and steal something from a hotel.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that now. Forgot the name entirely, though. Jeez, that didn't stick with me
That's
at all.
because it's forgettable.
Yeah.
Unlike Bangkok Dangerous, which is memorable.
Not forgettable at all. I love the setting, and I just wanted it to be so much better. I feel like there's just a chance here to make something rad, and I don't know whose hands this needs to be in. I'm not sure the pangs are as cool as Dunaway says. I think they're maybe kind of bad at this.
Well, there's an interesting mix of things going on here. This is probably the most money the Pang brothers have probably had injected into a film, and even then it's pretty small probably in comparison. What does it do, like 40-something million? It did okay. I mean, it made us money back, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So
Nic Cage has a terrible history, though. When he has to put his money in to make a movie, it's not a good movie. And that's even just among the ones we've sacked. This is our fourth Nicolas Cage produced movie.
Oh,
and
right.
The other three are Lord of War, Wicker Man, and Willy's Wonderland.
Right.
He just doesn't. He doesn't have good instincts here.
I think those. I mean, the other, not three, but the two of those movies you just mentioned, I think are pretty damn good. He's such a weirdo. Like, has there ever been an actor this diverse on the scale of making utter shit movies scale to making some of the best movies? Like, I don't understand it. And he's gleefully doing it all. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
I think he's a I'm going to throw everything at the wall, and whatever sticks, and whatever doesn't, I'm fine with that. I love making movies. I don't care.
Yeah,
if they're good or not, and
I
appreciate that.
Yeah, I kind of like it too.
This could have been a much better movie if we had somebody besides Nicolas Cage. Unfortunately, you couldn't have the money that was spent on this film if you didn't have Nicolas Cage in your movie.
Right, like Tom Cruise is never gonna do this financially.
Right. No, and you're not gonna get. I mean, chances are, I don't even know who would do this, honestly. Like, I don't think this movie gets made. This gets made on the back of a relatively low budget, his willingness to do whatever, and also back it, and then the Pangs going, yeah, we'll remake our first movie. Like, it's just, there's a combination of things here that are never meant for, like, the trivia claims it had, let's see, it was in the top spot in the box office for, here it is, number one in the box office, barely. It fell off and grossed just under 43 million worldwide on a 45 million budget, so they're 2 million behind on their budget. But for a hot second, it was number one, and then a bunch of people saw it and said, "Well, this isn't good."
Right.
And then
this kind of movie in 2000, if this movie had to come out like 8 years prior, like when the original came out, the video market would have still been a bigger deal. And we're kind of transitioning from the video market to early, maybe streaming, I think, at home rental kind of stuff, but. This would have killed in the video rental market era, as far as
this is coming out in like early 2009 for home viewing. It's too late.
Yeah,
what do you think the heyday of that was? 90s or when?
Late 90s. I mean, we were
this is like Netflix is already dying a terrible death by the time this is on DVD.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the rental? Yeah.
Yeah,
the rental side, sure. I think that's fair. I don't know. Like these things still sort of get made. He still makes stuff like this, but now they're just like, oh, it's on Tubi or some shit, and that's where this stuff lands now, right? And I'm glad it still exists. I don't want garbage like this to not exist. It just, it's good for our show sometimes. Yeah. I'm not going to recommend it to too many people.
When you're seeking this out, what's according? If you're looking for this, there's a very specific our audience that would like this, and they don't care about the complexities of the acting, and that they're looking for the really cool shots in the scenes with the killing and the action, right? But I watched this, and I think Scott did too. We watched this on YouTube. So if you're listening right now, you may be able to catch it. I don't know how long it's going to be on YouTube, but they got a 4K version of it.
It's
on
both
there.
rentable. It's both rentable and also this 4K version that has all the Thai words that are swear words are bleeped out, but not the English ones.
All the Thai words are bleeped out, and I think because some of them translate, I turn on the closed caption to like "f a duck" or something like that. It's the most hilarious.
Yeah, you have to have on closed caption. That's the other thing, because all the Thai is not subtitled naturally, so you have to go turn it on.
Yeah.
But
it's only been on for 2 weeks, already has 2.5 million views.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's in any rush to tear it down.
No. They're like, we'll let it go for a little longer.
The pangs are like, sweet, this is more than we got in theaters.
Yeah, this is exactly.
I mean, I could, I don't know. To be top of the box office for even a day is no small thing.
Oh, no.
This is as big as those guys have been. They've never had a bigger hit. But
yeah.
Especially in 2008. Man, that was a year for movies.
Yeah. See, they got anything coming up? Let's see. Yeah, they got The Mage, Part 1.
Ah, The Mage.
Yeah, it looks like it's maybe Hong Kong only, but or not Hong Kong, sorry, Thailand only. Anyway, I don't know. There's so much shit we've seen here that we could complain about, and this doesn't feel that bad. It's just
it's not the worst thing that we've seen, but it's probably the worst thing that I've seen this year.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. I like that framing.
Yeah.
Wait, when did we watch that terrible
Omega Doom?
Yeah.
See, you got to backtrack, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
If that was this year, then I'll give it to that. But if that was last year, I think you're safe. I think we've actually, this year's been weird in that we've seen a lot of good stuff, decent stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we try to mix it up, obviously. Come Halloween, all bets are off, but I don't know. This year's been kind of a quality year so far. First 6 months, first half.
Somebody's going to look back and remind me of something that I guess we're at the halfway point too.
Yeah,
we are.
That's right.
The whole year.
Yeah, the dog days of film sack, we call it.
That's right.
Oh, are you guys mad? Are you guys as mad as I am about? Explain to me. I'm seeing Jurassic World yesterday because that's the time we live. Rebirth. That's the times we live in. And they had the Jaws. What, the 50th anniversary? The Jaws 50th anniversary.
Oh, sure.
And the trailer was on the big screen, and I was like, yes, I was so excited. And they even focus on the fact that it occurs during 4th of July. And I went and seen this movie, the Jurassic World Rebirth, on the 4th of July weekend. And I was like, holy shit, do they have that out right now? No, it comes out in August. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Why is it not out in July? And I was trying to figure out why not make it in the summer?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Yeah,
I mean, it's still summer, but still, it feels right to do it then. I was like, what's the holdup?
I saw a quote where Spielberg says he doesn't like to watch a lot of his movies once he's done.
Right.
But he says he recently saw Jaws again, sat down and just straight up watched his first, his first big, huge blockbuster. And his quote was, I really liked it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Such a weird thing for one of the most prolific directors of all time to say about his movie.
Yeah.
Well,
it was okay.
He's talked about the struggles to make it, and so I'm sure once he got done with it, he was probably like, I don't want to ever see anything. I don't want to see that ever again. And so, time passes.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty common for a lot of actors too. They don't want to go see their own movies. That's a weird. Imagine that. If you're Harrison Ford, you never get a craving to go watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I bet he felt like Jaws was a failure as a creator when he finished it.
Oh, I don't think he did. I don't think he
walked away and said, "Oh man," but I do feel like he was like, "Oh, that didn't turn out."
I'm pretty sure he didn't think it was going to be this huge, pivot point for film. It was a giant deal. And I don't think he knew that. And I think from then on, it was like the pressure's on to do that just about every time. And the guy nails it more than he doesn't.
Was Jaws was like the first like summer blockbuster, right?
It was.
Up until then, we didn't.
Yeah, not really. The closest
summer
thing
was an off season for movies until then.
Yeah,
right.
But I think up until then, the biggest thing you could come close to calling a blockbuster was like the Hills are alive with the sound of music. Couldn't read the name.
yeah.
Had to get there.
Yeah, I could not remember the
I'm going
name.
to find the title as soon as I finish singing.
But there's some noise about that where if you look back on all the numbers, that one's as close as they came to that kind of thing. And then really it was Jaws and then, of course, Star Wars. And now we live in a time where we're watching 50 Jurassic Parks
Would we
every
even
year.
Would we even have Film Sack Wet Hot Summer? What do we call it, Randy?
Wet Hot American Summer.
That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
what do we call
it?
Action movie summer.
Are we? That just hit me. Are we in the middle of hot action movie summer?
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh shit!
In case you didn't know,
it came fast this time.
In case you didn't know, I've been lining them up.
No, I mean obviously we're hitting it, but I don't know. It hadn't occurred to me that we were in the thick of it.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. It's my favorite. This and Halloween, my favorite two things we do.
Some of the fun.
Yeah. F the rest of the year. What a bunch of shit. By the way, I'm a big Thai food fan. I like Thai food a lot.
Yeah.
I know you guys do too, so I'm thinking, all right, let's see what you got at this date. And they bring out these very familiar dishes. And yes, there's a lot of
Tom
spice
yum.
in Thai food.
Yeah.
So when that Tom Yum soup comes out,
Yeah.
the movie wants me to go, oh shit, he's already dying of spice. Now this thing's actually on fire. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not how that works. It's not
Someone's
on fire because it's
sterno in the
hot.
middle of that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's an OSHA violation, but it's not.
And I assume in Thailand you don't get to say, I want a 2 out of 10, please, on the heat or whatever.
Right.
I guess it just comes how it comes, but that was pretty funny watching it.
I grew up eating a Thai dish in South Texas. I didn't know it was Thai. I really didn't. There was a so my sister's husband was from a family of farmers, right? And so when he was in his 20s, he'd spend the summer helping out on various farms. And every summer for years and years, my brother-in-law would pull up with a truck filled with watermelons. And one of the things they do with the watermelons is cut the heart out and chop it up and toss it with some fish sauce and sesame oil and rice wine. And that's delicious. I didn't realize that's an actual Thai dish. This common Thai dish is watermelon, fish sauce, sesame oil, rice wine.
I had never
had that. Me neither. Wow.
I've never been to Bangkok. I don't know if go-go dancers are common.
Oh, the songs in that place just about killed me.
Yeah.
You are a hot man. I am a pretty girl. Woo doo woo doo woo.
There's a reason you don't hear about T-pop like you hear with K-pop and J-pop.
I love it. Love it.
You are very good looking.
And they seem so bored. It's like, here we go. We're in a line.
It's borderline achy breaky heart kind of thing up there.
Yeah, except worse lyrics, like just terrible. Yes. And they were all, they're doing English lyrics for the businessmen that travel and all that. That's a thing. I did that in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
There's a scene in this where the guy goes, it was Kong before he got pulled into his deal. And he says, you like a girl? And they're like, no. And he goes, you like a boy? No, like that. I got that question in Hong Kong from a local. He's like,
the first time here?
You're like a boy? No. You're like a girl? I'm married.
No.
Girl looks like a boy.
Yeah.
Lady boy.
Lady boy. Isn't that that's a thing in
Thailand?
Yeah. Right? It's the Thai. It's very cultural, significant sex worker thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. If you want to,
and I don't know what was with the skinny boy fighting, but I was like, all right.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai is so fun to watch.
Yeah. I love that this movie took 20 whole seconds to show us some Muay Thai. Like
I know.
Like okay, you're setting a scene. You're letting us know what people do in this place, but why?
Could have gone for more though, because I like that style of fighting. I think it's cooler than UFC. I think it's just rad. And I know UFC has its
reminds
roots
me of
in it,
capoeira, the South American dance fighting.
Oh right. The Brazilian Eddie Gordo. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
you can really just call this Muay Thai. You can call kickboxing. It's just kickboxing,
but kickboxing.
But it is a lot of fun. Like seeing two people who are good at it throwing kicks and dodging.
It sounds like a Spanish guy saying, "I would like more Thai food." Muay Thai, Muay
Please,
Thai,
Muay Thai.
All right. There's this one. I wrote something about Half Baked. What was it? These movies, they never really get into this. And this happens, it's not just in foreign countries with high humidity. It's whenever they do something in New Orleans or they do something in Miami. They never make you understand just how humid and terrible it is. The movie wants you to think, we're just all sexy out here.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, you're moist. Every one of you is moist.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, but it does make sense that a woman is going to lay out by the pool topless in the heat of the night. But like, I don't know, there's something about like she looked like she was out there tanning, but it's dark. I don't know, there's
moon
something
tanning.
right.
Yeah.
A lot of dark in this movie. This movie was allergic to light. It didn't like it.
It was. He only comes out at night, except if when he's going to the everybody's singing Hall & Oates now in their head. He only goes out at night, except when there's a floating market to kill somebody at. Everything else is a night shot
with his big ass freaking penis-sized silencer sticking out the side of his fluff over there. That was the most obvious thing. Like I know they were trying to say, oh, he's got a little gun in the silencer. He's going to kill this guy. I'm thinking, put it under it, not out sticking out.
Right. Exactly. It's so freaking obvious. Everybody's looking, oh, look at that guy sitting on the edge of the boat with a gun pointed at somebody.
Well, yeah, you like secret fishing over there?
You don't say anything though. It's just, you're on the
it's just like the intersection. You see guys pull up on a motorcycle, shoot everybody in the car next to you, and like, all right.
It's best just to mind your own business.
I want to point out that suppressor was not that big. It's on a very small gun called a Glock 17, and the suppressor itself wasn't that big. You could hide the whole thing in your pocket. I don't understand why we had to make it so visible to the target.
Sure.
Yeah, that was wild. The sidekick guy was trying to follow his career a little bit, just kind of see if
the blonde. Oh, you're talking about
Kong. Yeah,
Kong,
and just kind of
follow the hitman career. You mean follow
his action,
the actor,
his acting career.
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage's career.
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're trying to follow Kong's career.
Yeah, I want him. I want more of that guy. So I started just looking around, and there's really not a lot of stuff here in the States.
When they shoot him looking up at the girl and the go-go dancer, the drug guy, that moment is just like, this guy's got like real emotion. He's the opposite of Dead Eyes Nicolas Cage, right? He still has hope, and that just played really well for me.
Yeah,
which is important because he's the final shot. The end of the movie. You can look at the end of the movie really cynically and go, "Oh, they just now he's the Joe or something." Yeah. But like, actually, it's just you find out at the end the movie was about him. There was, he's the one that learned and developed.
He's the one he's telling the story, right? It's probably told from his standpoint.
Yeah, and give me a spin out with him in it. I'd watch that.
Yeah,
Kong takes on Bangkok.
Look at the
Kong on Bangkok.
You can look at the professional. Say, all right, the hitman and the sidekick are both. You care about both of them. You care about Jean Reno. You care about Natalie Portman. But this one, you really just care about Kong.
Yeah, It's like, hurry up and get Miyagi out of this picture. I need this kid to go on and do stuff.
Yeah.
His photo on IMDb is simply him at one of those Thai stripper joints in the movie. Looking up at the
That's
pants.
the one I would have if I was him. That's what I would. That'd be my profile on Facebook.
Sure.
Yeah.
My favorite actor name on here, if I can find it. This cracked me up. Here it is.
Is it the blonde-headed henchman?
No, there's a guy in here credited as James With, and he played Chicago. So it just looks like James with Chicago.
I'm with Chicago.
It's really. I think it's the mob boss guy.
I was going to say my favorite was the guy who played Kong's brother. His real name is Tuck Napascorn. That sounds like a Star Wars name.
Yeah, it does.
Tuck Napascorn on Andor.
Just love the idea of the name With, last name With. And he's been in all sorts of shit. He's in Bangkok Dangerous, of course. He's in Rambo. He's in Stranger in Paradise. He's in Independence Day. He's in
Independence Day.
All sorts of stuff, yeah. This guy. Oh, maybe maybe those were production. No, he's in them.
There was another Star Wars name in here, and I just found it. The actor who plays Errand in this movie is named Dom Hetracool.
Yeah.
Dom Hetracool is a Star Wars name.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yep.
I'm starting to wonder if this is where George Lucas looked. Did he look at Thailand to?
He was influenced by Seven Samurai, so Asian influences are not a new thing for him. So,
and the girl played the main love interest who couldn't hear anything. Charlie Young. Is that her name? Yeah. She's very, very attractive person.
She is. Yeah. It's the funniest thing about that Bangkok Dangerous execution of the film is that it's interviewing all the members of the cast and the crew. They talk to the Pang brothers. They talk to Nicolas Cage, and they talk to her. But when she's talking, there's like a piano musical that plays that takes out her audio altogether. So you can never hear a word that she says. You just see her talking about the film.
That makes sense.
That's not what they were trying to do, though, is it?
It's not what they were trying to do. I don't know what the deal was with that, but they had like audio
Issues.
cutout replaced in that. Yes.
I wonder if it was like some kind of copy protection or something. I wonder if there's some music
Right.
playing in the
it could
background
be.
that
Yeah.
maybe it messed it up or
Also,
something.
mute is not a politically correct term.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to?
Yeah, what do they say now?
Correct.
Nonverbal, I think.
Is it just nonverbal?
Okay.
Yeah, deaf is okay, but nonverbal, I think, is what you say. Instead.
Cool.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Well, I've heard no complaints. I'm a terrible person.
Send your emails to.
That's awesome. I'd watch her in anything, though. I don't know who she is.
she was
I
great.
can't find any English anything with her in it, but I would. She could cross over. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
She was great. Very compelling. I bought into everything she did, including leaving that sad sack wig wearing wiener and not going back.
You've ruined my sweater. I'm never speaking to you again.
That's right. Hold this thread as I walk away, he says.
Thank you, Weezer.
Any other thoughts, feelings, anything about this here, film?
Just that Nicolas Cage has actually made some really good movies, and I'm not saying this is one of them. In fact, I think it's pretty bad, but I am in my brain as I'm receiving this movie, I'm counting on a lot of things that I've already seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Nicolas Cage's best movies are when he has a very strong director or directors, right? Multiple people
Right.
who have a vision, and he is just an actor, right? So like, I'm talking about like Face Off, John Woo, Raising Arizona, Coen Brothers, Leaving Las Vegas, Michael Figgis, Matchstick Men, right? Ridley Scott,
Yeah.
like Adaptation, Charlie Kaufman. These are people who they have a movie to make, and he's along for the ride. And
If you do not give him instructions, he will do whatever. Right? He will just be Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying I need the Pang brothers to suddenly become the Coen brothers. Like they're not. That's not a possibility. But it's just
He's also bankrolling your movie, so it's kind of like,
Yeah, we get. Oh, he's gonna pull his funding if we criticize him too much.
Yeah.
I just
looking good, Mr. Cage.
I can't imagine
Right, boss?
what this movie could have been.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it has potential all over it. Right?
Yeah.
And every once in a while it just pokes out and you go, oh, yeah, keep going there. And then they don't.
Yeah, it pokes out like an elephant's trunk pointing up. Yep.
Yeah, baby.
What was an elephant doing at his Airbnb one night?
Well, it was just
I thought that was at the market.
It was
They just walk around Thailand. They just.
Well, I'm assuming, isn't that kind of a thing?
Is it?
No,
I
there
don't
was
know.
one at the market, but there was another one at his freaking.
Oh, I thought that was
that's
just
right, there
heroin
was,
induced. I thought it was just a heroin induced hallucination.
I don't know. Are they as common as we
possible.
would like stray dogs here or something like that? They're just walking around. I don't know.
They're surely not unattended.
I know in Nepal.
I wouldn't expect it. Yeah.
My-
Hey, Mr. Elephant.
My aunt used to live in Nepal, and she said that was cows because they're considered holy there. So there were cattle everywhere,
Oh,
just
sure.
walking around outside.
Feral
Everybody,
cows walking around.
yeah, you just let them go.
Oh, moo. How you doing?
You say you make a fine steak, and they'll strike you down. That ain't good. All right, well, let's get to some clips. We have some clips, and I'd like to play them for the fine folks at home and for you guys. And we're going to start with this one, which is what? Oh, here it is. This is when you get in line at the Apple store in November.
I need the phone.
All right, cool. That's cool. This happened to me in China. This is that scene I was telling you about. Literally, it sounds exactly like what this guy talked to me on the streets of Hong Kong. All right, I guess I was in Shenzhen, China when this happened, but here it is. Right.
Get your girl. No good. How about boy? You like boy?
How about boy? You like boy? Literally said that.
How
to me.
about boy?
And I said no, and then I slept.
I gotta go.
I tried to sleep in the hottest, most humid hotel of my entire existence. Really bad. All right, take off the shades, and then what's this about? Oh, this is just them talking.
Take off the shades. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
What? Yeah. We heard this.
I can't hear you. I gotta take off these shades.
Heard this before. We'll play it again.
Don't stop. No stop for nothing. Not even for piss.
Not even for piss. Not for piss.
I need to know the rules.
Yeah. And here's heroin in spoken in the Thai dialect. Yeah. There you go. At least that's what the subtitle said. Heroin while he made this noise.
Oh, good.
Did you capture the phrase "duck effer"?
No, because we had a beep.
Bleep.
It bleeped.
Well, that was
on
perfect.
ours.
You might as well. I was hoping that you could capture it because it started bleep for you. Don't have to worry about
I didn't do any bleeps because they were kind of sloppy bleeps. They weren't very timed.
Oh, they were way bad. Yeah, there was like halfway across a shit. It was the bleep afterwards.
Yeah, and it was a little bit like this where the dialogue's like, "Yeah, man, we need to whatever," and then it would be boop.
Oh, jeez.
It was so fun though. I loved it.
It was too much.
I loved it.
Here's some.
You remind me of watching. For a while on TV, they couldn't decide if bleeping or muting was better. I think they eventually just went with muting.
Yeah,
which was also disturbing when you would watch something on TV.
I prefer bleeps because they make me laugh. And
exactly.
Or replacing them with words that have nothing to do with the scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they went back to the studio and they dubbed back over it with it. Oh, that always.
Well, now, and I saw
worst.
something recently where I actually saw an
Big
example of
Lebowski,
it. But
right?
yeah, they use voice generation and stuff now where they replace words so it doesn't seem real or it doesn't seem fake. So when you're getting the TV version at home, you're like, oh, that's pretty clean. Let's go buy it on Blu-ray and show it to the kids. Oh, shit.
Whoa. Okay, all right. What would be the hardest R-rated for words movie
Pulp
that
Fiction.
you could clean up and show to the kids?
yeah.
No, because that's got a
Scarface?
bunch of violence. You can't.
Oh,
you have
I
to
see.
remove
I see.
all
Okay.
of it.
I see.
It's
I
a
see what
different
you're saying.
movie if you remove the profanity. How about that? A lot of the comedies that like
Super bad.
Oh, sure, yeah. Knocked Up, probably, or
Yeah, you'd have to cut out that fake vagina too.
all the Apatow stuff, basically.
Fake vagina.
That fake vagina thing that'd be real rough for your kids. But yeah, I'm trying
Just
to
imagine what they could say instead of what they actually say in Superbad. All of Superbad, like the whole movie.
Right.
It's not about sex. It's about them wanting to, buy the latest cell phone or something. Like, it's just, what could they possibly be talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of another good one though. What's another like super sweary non-Tarantino?
There's a lot of swearing in Breakfast Club, but not enough to where replacing the words would change the meaning of it at all.
Yeah, you could maybe fake it real good today anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bad luck for you.
Bad luck. No good. Bad luck for you.
I love Kong.
Bad luck for you.
I love that most of what Kong said sounded like a question in the end.
Yeah.
So if you hear that one, listen to this one.
Bad luck. No good. Bad luck for you.
Okay, and that's like a question, and then this piss one.
Don't stop. No stop for nothing. Not even for piss.
It sounds like a question.
Well,
Not
that
even
was
for
a
piss.
question. He was asking, "Do I stop for piss?" But
No. This was him later saying I didn't do because he wasn't going to get paid.
Oh, right. You said, you told me don't stop for piss. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like everything he said. Maybe that's a thing down there when they do English. I don't know.
Okay, I've got some answers. I figured it out. I want the voice generation replacement for Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just imagine if it was all like you just change some of the swears to non-swears.
You'd have to cut out the butthole cocaine tube thing, though. That was a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or what's her name being naked? Australian.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing would be awesome. With and really any movie that's like straight out of Compton would be awesome with all the swears changed to PG words.
I still need to see that movie.
Oh yeah, you do.
I don't know why I haven't seen it. It's got Ice Cube's son in it, right?
Yeah, playing Ice Cube. Yeah.
Why haven't I done that? And that's a Kugler joint, right?
Kugler.
Or am I thinking maybe it's not Kugler?
Yep, it is.
Is it? Okay. I need to stop. I got to get on that pot and take a shit. That's what I got to do.
Wait a minute.
Please.
Wait a minute. Do the Right Thing is a Gary Gray movie.
That's true. But I think the other one, don't know what you writing your mom or what do you got going there?
I am. I was trying to answer. My family just came home, so I was trying to answer a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything serious? You got to go, we're easy here if you need to go take care of something.
They're leaving to go to town and asked me if I wanted some food.
Oh, that's nice.
This is not about the tropical storm.
But now I'm not going to answer them because
no, you can do it. You can type it.
Noise.
Look at that.
No.
Now you
I'll
made
just
you
starve.
shamed him into
We
going
stopped.
hungry.
We've stopped the whole show.
No, I want you to eat. That's what I want.
Jersey Mike's Italian with
shit, dude.
with oil and vinegar on the side, please.
No, the giant number 5, Mike's Way, extra pickles.
I'll go with Dunno or Ibbot's, but I don't want it on the side. Just goop it all up. I'm good to go.
Oh, really? See, unless
goopy.
unless it's coming like if it's a less than a 3-block drive from Jersey Mike's to my house. I don't want that stuff on there.
Oh, I'm not
soaked in the
even. I'm not even getting 3 steps from that counter before the sandwich is in my mouth.
How many steps do you need, Mister?
Yeah, I don't know. Now I don't know what I want. What do I want? I'm hungry though. I can tell you that. I can make a good breakfast food. And like brunch food.
I love that Jersey Mike's number 5. It's not an Italian. It's just called a super.
Yeah,
it's just it's super.
What's on the number 5?
All of them, all of it. It's just like all of the
everything. Capicola prosciutto.
Yeah, all
everything.
of it. Yeah. It's so good. Gosh dang it. Even though I got kind of sick on a chicken sandwich there once, I still go for that Italian. It's so good. Mike's way was the wrong way the time I got the chicken.
Oh my God.
Anyway, moving on. Here's some Nic Cage shit right here.
I have a cut and I need some medicine.
Oh man.
Nice.
Language barrier and nonverbal barrier.
Do you have Advil?
Well, you got me. Las Vegas.
His entire career has been predicated on sounding like he's just barely remembering his lines.
Yeah. Well,
and I think he is.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah.
Not the bees. All right. Let's see. Why didn't I kill him? Cage line from hell. Oh, here we go.
Why didn't I kill him? Maybe it's because, and this is strange, somehow when I looked into his eyes, I saw myself.
Oh my gosh, dude. That is so him in every way.
Well, before we get too far away from the, think he's just barely remembering his lines. Did anybody else here besides me see The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Not yet. I keep meaning to, and I keep hearing it's amazing, and I don't know why.
Don't wait. It's on Amazon Prime, sadly, but it's new enough that the transfer is probably really good. But it's very good.
I need to watch it. My wife saw it in theaters with the girls and loved it, and I'm like, man, I want to see it. All right, love the sound of an unlocking briefcase, so I'm presenting it to you now because it was in this movie, and for whatever reason, this is a form of ASMR for me. So here you go.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? I can't even tell you why that's a thing with me. But to hear that, my dream would be to be in a room with 500 briefcases being opened and shut over and over, record that, put it in headphones, and I'll go to sleep immediately. Oh,
now, would they all contain Marcellus Wallace's soul or just one of them?
Just this one. The rest would have Kahuna burgers.
Perfect.
Oh, listen to that. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Here's Cage speaking some Thai.
Kap kun kap.
Yeah, I don't believe it was very good, if I had to guess.
Kan kun ka.
And now this. I'm going to go ahead and do the Film Sack checklist. Kill all the water. Check. They did that for sure.
So that was a perfectly used metaphor. I really felt like this movie could have gone too far, but there were only 2 scenes where they really struck that shot where you die and return to water. You're born in water, you return to water. It's a very striking metaphor, and I'm like, oh no. The second one, I'm like, they're gonna just keep doing that.
Yep.
No. They were cool.
Yeah. Would you, Dunaway? This is a water question for you. Do you think that this has more water metaphors than the Steven Spielberg 2005 classic Minority Report?
I don't think there's any metaphors. See, that's the difference. This one doesn't point at the water and go, look at the water. Yeah. It's important. Yeah. It just goes, in our world, there is water.
There is water.
And I go, cool.
Yeah.
Right. And you see like the bullet thing, the bullets in water, like that's ridiculous, but it's very artistic.
I always enjoy it.
That's a cool effect. Yeah. Leaving little trails behind them.
That was,
this movie,
to me, that was the best scene. That was really cool.
This movie didn't start with a title screen that has water floating in the background going, this is an important piece to the film.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I don't agree with your original thing about that movie, but I'll agree with your comparison here based on your belief about Minority Report. I think I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when we start some Batman movies, sometimes we have like the Batman bat symbol thing.
Right.
That's on point. It's important to the film.
Right.
Cool.
Not
water
important
is
here.
Not important to the film.
No.
Minority Report. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Nailed it.
Fair enough.
That's the other way around, though, right? You like the water, or you think the water means something in Minority Report, right, Dunaway?
Right. I mean, when you open your movie with that, maybe, just maybe, you want to like address it.
Yeah. This is what they call a podcast scab that will never heal, guys.
Never heal because we keep picking at it.
Yeah, we keep picking at it. We keep poking, picking.
Is this still itching over here?
It's shit, it's bleeding again. Damn it. Get a Band-Aid.
I just want to point out it's only Scott Johnson picking at it. I said nothing about any of that. I just watched a movie with you guys where there are two very interesting long slow motion shots of people dying in water.
Right.
And that is telling a story. And I was glad that there weren't more.
Yeah.
It was the right thing.
Right amount. Yeah. Didn't go too far, which makes me think they didn't really know they were doing it, if I had to guess. But who knows? All right. Where are we now? Oh, number 2. No one likes to have lights on in this movie. Check. And finally, Kong should get his own gig. Check.
Yeah. The Kong Show.
The Kong Show. Oh, can you imagine? He's the host of the Gong Show, but they call it the Kong Show.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Get Jamie Farr in here. He'll do it.
Yeah. JP Morgan, where are you?
Yep. The 2 names.
Yes.
Star Trek connections, I'm guessing 0? Because
that's correct. Not nary a single one. But we do have
MCU.
This. We do have this one single solitary Marvel connection.
Oh,
and
really?
That would be Nicolas Cage.
Of course. Yeah.
He was both Johnny Blaze in the Ghost Rider movies, 2 Ghost Rider movies, and so far Spider-Man Noir in 2 Spider-Man Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah,
I have heard repeatedly that he is wanting to make a Spider-Man Noir movie.
It's already happening.
There's
standalone.
It's happening right now.
TV series though, isn't it?
Prime, I think.
Amazon Prime.
Noir. Let's see if we can get some updates on this. I think it's already in production.
I thought so too.
Oh, there it is. First look with Nicolas Cage. I got a picture for you. Let me give you this. Yeah, this is all
Spider
happening.
Noir. Yeah, it's just called Spider Noir.
There it is.
And,
there's a picture of him.
2026.
That's him in the suit.
Brendan Gleeson.
No way.
Jack Houston. Abraham Papula. I don't know who that is.
Papula. Lucas Haas. I don't remember what he is, but he does stuff. I know that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Andrew Robinson. Kai Castor. Don't know who that is. Sounds like a...
Interesting that this is a Amazon Prime thing. I guess that's because it's still Disney Studios and or Sony rather. Yeah, but right.
It's like what they did with the Batman animated thing. That's a Warner Brothers thing, but they just it's just whoever pays for it.
I guess so.
Kind of like how what was it? Friends was CBS Studios, but it was on NBC. It's like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're all in bed. They're all touching each other.
As long as it's better than Madam Web and Morbius and Craven and all that stuff.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
I heard you say Andrew Robinson, who is a plain and simple tailor on Deep Space Nine, and I just he seems really old.
I think he is really old. I think
are you? I wonder if it's the same Andrew Robinson.
Might be a different guy. Yeah, that sounds like a common name, so it might be. But yeah, we'll see what they do with that. I think I'd almost prefer it to be animated. It doesn't even have to be animated like the movie that features it, but just Cage walking around in that.
Yeah, the photos are all showing live action, which surprised me. I was with you. I actually thought it was animated, but seeing the photos is like, okay, I guess it is live action.
It's an odd choice, but I guess we'll take it.
It is, yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Those are your connections, everybody. Let's get to the soundtrack grade. I give it an MBTSP for might be the strongest point. It's pretty good. It's all right.
It is. It's Brian Tyler composing the original score for this movie. We've seen a lot of Brian Tyler scored movies the last 20 years, right? And on FilmSack, we've seen Bubba Hotep and Constantine and all 3 Expendables movies. Are there 4? The 3 that we've seen.
The 3 we've seen, yeah.
Were all scored by Brian Tyler. He scored that movie Timeline.
That's a piece of shit.
Thing, yeah.
He's a very competent composer.
I still think that's one of our worst movies. I hate it. Timeline.
Yeah.
Did not like. Let's give it let's give the alternate titles then. Oh no, we got to do social media posts. Look, there's a thing we do where you guys have to sum it up. 280 characters less. All right, that's your limit. You can't do any more than that. You can add a hashtag if you want. It's all up to you. Let's start this week with Randy.
Bangkok Dangerous. In Bangkok streets, a hitman seeks his fate with shitty wig and face that is sedate. He grunts and growls. He broods without a plan. He a ghostly, mumbling, trigger-happy man. He meets a thief, then teaches him the trade. A mentor montage awkwardly displayed. He falls in love, but wait, she doesn't speak. So that's why their bond is so stinking weak.
Oh, I like it. I felt like there was a swear in there, and then you turned it to stinking.
Really close, yeah.
Almost, yeah.
I like that. Brian Dunaway,
Almost went
take it
dark.
away there, buddy.
Oh, Bangkok Dangerous. The most dangerous thing in Bangkok is that Nicolas Cage killer wig. Maybe he should just shoot it. Oh, hashtag happy endings in Bangkok.
Very nice. Also, and then finally, Brian Ibbett.
Bangkok Dangerous, Bangkok Slow, Bangkok Boring, Bangkok Make Me Want to Watch the Original.
Nice.
Kind of do a little bit.
Yeah.
A little piece of me. Just a tiny piece. Because it's the same guys, but sometimes when you got like the weird early itch to just make shit and you don't have any money, sometimes that stuff's great.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like El Mariachi. That's one of those movies where you're like, man,
Okay.
that's like guerrilla filmmaking. Love it. All right. Alternate titles. These were just handed to me. Where is it? Bangkok Egregious. That didn't sit well, though. So then they tried to do It's a Typo. Get it? It's a typo, but spelled tie.
That's a typo.
That's a typo. Let's get to emails. We got some feedback here. Longtime listener Mike C. writes in and says he is also a first-time writer. Someone asked, "How have we quote? How have we not covered a Soderbergh film?" Unquote. And then Randy replied, "He just doesn't make many movies." Unquote. This guy says, or Mike says, that broke my brain a little bit. Soderbergh is one of my favorite directors and has made 37 films. That's a lot. 2 came out in just the first 3 months of 2025 alone, Presence and Black Bag. He's got a solid reputation, and his output is wild compared to his peers. Spielberg only has 34 movies since the early 70s. Tarantino only has 9 since the 90s, and Fincher only has 13. Soderbergh, 37 since the late 80s, mostly after 2000, and he actually ramped up after his early 2010s retirement. Love the show, Mike C. He's got a point. He's got a lot of... I'm not saying it's all great, but he's got a lot of movies.
It was a half statement. I was saying Steven Soderbergh doesn't make a lot of movies for Film Sack, like that. We're that interested in tracking down that kind of thing. They're often a bit esoteric. There's just.
I tend to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
We have watched the more mainstream ones already.
Yeah,
and it's just like, Soderbergh. He makes this movie a few years ago called No Sudden Move, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Don Cheadle in it. Okay,
a lot of consistently middling things since Logan Lucky, which averages to 7.0 on IMDb, which agreeably it is only people like us making those ratings, but since then nothing's been more than like a 6.5 all the way up through Black Bag included, which 6.7, I guess a little higher. But he just doesn't seem to be. He's not. How do you put this? It's like saying that we don't do enough John Ford movies. I was like, well, yeah, because.
And again, it was axiomatic, right? So like last week on Film Sack, we watched our very first Steven Soderbergh movie, like after 700 plus movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just like, I'm just giving you a truism. It's like there's something about.
Here's what we can do to take care of this. We can watch Logan Lucky on this show. I would love to do that.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah,
I love that movie. Right. Let's get that on the list. Doesn't have to be a hot movie summer because it's not really an action thing. But
and we could even think about Presents for Halloween if it's still.
Oh yeah, that is more of a. I guess I don't know much about that movie. Did you see it?
I know nothing.
Nope. It's on my list to just watch, but it is supposed to be a little scary, haunted housey kind of film.
I don't know.
Written by David Coop. He's Jurassic Park, Spider-Man, Mission Impossible writer. This guy's been.
He's done some stuff.
Yeah. Been doing things. The Mummy.
Things and stuff. Oh, like the Mummy.
You're pretty stoked. Yeah.
A Soderbergh film that I would have been more interested in before we saw Ocean's 12 was The Informant. And now that we've watched Ocean's 12, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need that.
That's not the. I get it mixed up with the Michael Mann one with Russell Crowe. It's not the same, is it?
No, this is the Matt Damon.
Joel McHale.
I can't remember that. Did I see that? Maybe I've never seen it. That might be why. Well, okay. I mean, one day we'll catch up. We can get there.
Maybe.
Sure.
Let's get to the deal here. Where the hell was I last? Who did we do? We already get all three of you?
We already got everybody got a turn.
Right.
Everybody got a turn.
I hate when I miss you, so I just want to make sure I didn't. All right.
Because you even did titles, too, afterwards.
Oh, that's true. We're way ahead here. All right, check this out. Yeah. We already did an email even.
Yeah. That's right.
Let's get to this text. Ambassador Domo wrote in at voicecast.app/filmsack, and he said, you mentioned Hunter during Ocean's 12 filmsack. I think it was mostly Dunaway and I, because we're both nerds for Hunter. It says, you said it reminded you of the Rockford Files. Well, Frank Lupo created the series, but Stephen J. Cannell, who co-created Rockford Files, was executive producer during the first and second season, and his company produced the show. So there is some Rockford Files DNA there in the mix.
Oh, that's why it's there.
It's not just elbow patches on your suit coat. There's more to it. I watched a lot. Okay, so you guys are at fault for this one, but I watched a lot of Starsky and Hutch after the movie. Watched a lot of the show.
Yeah.
Don't put the blame on me.
There is some.
I'm not taking that.
There is some fun to be had in there. It's a good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid and old, but it's fun. It's real good.
Yeah.
So it's real cheesy business.
You don't see storytelling like that anymore.
They don't.
Thank God, but it's a lot of fun.
They do, but they don't. Like we're too shiny now. This is some rough, ugly business back then, and I really enjoyed it. So I have no regrets. Anyway, thank you, Domo. Hope you have none about sending that to us. And if you want to send your own, voicecast.app/filmsack. We'll do texts and voicemails. You can also keep emailing us like Chris did, or Mike did rather, at filmsack@gmail.com. Let's talk about Patreon real quick. Got 2 new people this week. Christy and Matthew Hackney both joined us at patreon.com/filmsack. They'll enjoy their time there because they'll never get any commercials ever. They'll get some really, really great monthly host specials. We just put one up from Ibit that was fantastic. Nice work.
Oh, thank you.
If you guys want to understand
a fun one.
If you guys want to know the origins and the kind of minutia around stingers, film like after credit stingers, Brian's got your card.
Yeah, the first true one really surprised me that it was that new, and it wasn't. You'll just have to listen to find out what it is. And then, because I'm a Marvel fanboy, you get my top 10 favorite Marvel stingers of all time.
Yeah. Perfect.
Top 10 out of like 75. Jesus.
Something like that, right? Because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has 5 just in and of itself.
Oh my gosh, really? I didn't know that many. Yeah. I knew it was a lot, but geez, I thought it was like 3.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's real good, and you get those exclusively there. You don't get them anywhere else, and we all put them up all the time. So if you want to get more of that content, and even our like weekly pre-show stuff, that's how you do it too. Movie-related art, print in the mail. Oh my gosh, I better stop now and just tell you where to go. It's patreon.com/filmsack. Do it today. Our next movie is Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Numero dos.
The dinosaurs come to America.
That's right. Julianne Moore.
Oh, are they coming home? Oh, no.
Oh, I love Julianne
didn't prepare
Moore.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your chaos monster, Jeff Goldblum. You got Julianne Moore. You got a tour bus made out of glass for some reason. Mm-hmm. What else was going on there?
That's all I remember from it.
Peter Stormare gets killed by a bunch of tiny dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. Compies or something.
That might be 3.
Thank God. No, it was 2, wasn't it?
2?
Because people were upset because if you read the book, the raptors are the little tiny ones. But then when you watch the first JP, it's like, what are these giant things? What are these?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I never read the book, but I've heard this.
You read the book?
I've heard this complaint. Yeah, I think I might finally do it. It's just when something's so big like this, I always feel like the novel.
Giant like dinosaurs?
Like it took me 20-something years to read this short story that Shawshank Redemption's based on. And it's very good, but very different. And I'm glad I waited because you just got to get out of that hype bubble. I can't do it then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why you got to hurry up. When you find out something's been optioned for movies, you got to hurry up and read it now.
Mm-hmm.
And this book I'm reading now is that.
Like that new with Ryan Gosling? The
sci-fi one?
Yeah.
That looks great.
Why am I blanking?
Yeah, what's that called? Ryan Gos.
Sci-fi movie.
Here it is.
Book,
It is
Blade
called
Runner. Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. I want to see that.
Huh.
That looks great. Have you not seen trailers for this? It looks awesome.
I'm not going to. I was told not to watch the trailer to just
really?
read the book first.
No spoilers kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's in the untitled Margot Robbie Ocean's 11 film.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I'll look up
Where they play the parents. That's right. Yeah.
Here it is.
Danny
Project
Ocean's
Hail
parents.
Mary. So let's see. An astronaut tries to save Earth while alone in outer space. That's not a spoiler.
I know why.
It's a one sentence thing on IMDb about
How
it.
dare you?
Oh, now I can't. Now I can't watch it.
Yeah, you're screwed now. This looks great.
everything.
Isn't this a Netflix deal? No.
No.
Okay.
Terror.
Well, I thought it was both though, like a day one deal.
It could
Maybe
be
not.
both.
It could be both.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Well, it looks great. Let's get in there and watch that. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Oh, where's Lost World? Where, Randy? HBO or something? Or where is it?
It is on something.
Give them the right direction here.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it on something. I'm going to watch it on the. I'm going to watch it.
Is it on something plus? Because I don't pay for the premium version. Of something.
Yeah.
Go watch, or go to realgood.com and look for.
Oh, you know what? It's on Peacock.
Oh, it's Peacock.
Well, that makes sense. They're all on Peacock right now, I think. Yeah.
I think
because that's their thing.
Universal or no?
Yeah, right. NBC
Warner
Universal,
Brothers.
That's right, isn't it?
Shit.
That's right.
No, you're right. That's absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's over there. All of them are there. So stick around and
all of the Jaws are also streaming on Peacock, and they have like a big commercial for this. Like you can see clips from 5 Jaws movies.
So Peacock Positive is your home for this, and they don't have Freecock anymore, so don't try.
Yeah, it seems like I got the Peacock with my Walmart Plus, and you have to watch ads before the film, and then the rest of it's ad free.
Yeah, they have an ad tier that's cheaper, but I think it's always ads before, which isn't bad.
I think that doesn't bother me.
No,
I can walk around the house and do other shit before the movie starts.
Yeah,
if it's movies, I can deal with it. If it's TV, I struggle. But
it's only like 3 minutes on the front. And it's like the perfect amount of time. You've decided what you're going to watch. Mm-hmm. Now you have 3 minutes to get ready to watch.
Grab the popcorn, take a piss, come back.
Yeah.
Take a piss.
Totally fine with all that.
Well, there you go.
Have
then.
time for piss?
I have time for piss. You have time for piss. I'm sorry.
Time for piss.
You have time for piss? You have to say it like a question.
Right.
But that's going to do it for today. Thank you, everybody. Filmsack.com for all things. Everything's there. Linked out to whatever you need. All right. Contact us, whatever it is. You'll find it. All the old episodes. It's filmsack.com. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Brian, and for Randy.
Corrupt, dirty, and dense.
See you next time.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.
I need the phone.
Yeah, you do.
I need your phone. Now you have 2.